All right, once again, I have neglected to bring the mic with me, so I'm going to try to talk over some of this background noise. Suffice it to say, in case you can't hear anything after this, that this is Barcelona, the city center, and it's a beautiful city once all the trucks and vans are out of the way. It's one of the most impressive towns one can visit. I'm still the Paris guy, but there are a lot of people who choose this as their number one city, and for good reason. It's just extraordinary. So I'm going to take a little walk down here, get this started, and get away from all these tourists taking pictures of each other like me, and point you to the statue of Columbus. It's, I don't know, a couple hundred feet tall. I don't know how tall that thing is. And it's, I assume they've got that finger lined up to the spot in the Bahamas, an island called Salvador, where Columbus first landed in North America. If you, if you get a chance, especially if you're someone who just wants to hang out in Europe, this is always a great place. It's been a while since I was here. I was in Spain about a year ago, a different part of it, and it's just, it's an extraordinary place. I'm gonna go around a bit and try not to make any segment too long, give you a snapshot, because this is really, there's a lot of stuff in this town to see. After being in so many smaller places, it's I forget what it's like to be in a real city, so to speak, which definitely has its charm. I'm admittedly more a small town appreciator, but there are lots of reasons to love a big place like this. And of course, then comes with lots and lots of people to appreciate it with you. Tons of tourists in right now. Thousands of people off a half a dozen ships, in addition to all the folks who flew here and whatnot. But if you like people, you've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. There sure are a lot of them. See, there's a cable car that runs from up there on that hill, over there now, across that tower, down over here. Beautiful place. Beautiful day too. Great weather. Plenty of fish. Plenty of sea fish in a lot of places. You just go to the waterfront. There's plenty of them here now. I think I found out why. Rick, what kind of fish you think those are? I got plenty of them. That happens a lot. There's people, you can get motorboats that'll tow little skiffs or small sailing ships like that. As you can see, there are a lot of boats parked down here. Big marina. There's an America's Cup sailing display here. Lots of sailboats with beautiful big masts. I mean, just enormous ships. And more of the old-fashioned buildings I like, but lots of new ones as well. I'm gonna wheel around to just a massive ship on this other side. And we're not on the Ramblas yet. That's the, I mean, it's called like the Ramblas of the Sea or something that we're on. It's a big walkway that circles around up by the harbor. But this is just such a beautiful, beautiful harbor with so many great, massive ships. Like those over there, you can see in the distance, and then this unbelievable apparition here, just enormous. And one can only hope that belongs to the government or something. This is just phenomenal how big private ships can be. And wow. All right, real quick, while there are very few people around, very hard to find a stretch like this right now, but give you some idea of the expanse if you've never been here. It's just a massive city, and then way up there on the top there's like an old fortress that hopefully I'll be able to get some footage of tomorrow. It's just an extraordinary place, and no one seems to know who owns that massive yacht, but I didn't. Sometimes you just don't think they could be that big and be privately owned. But apparently some people have lots and lots of money, which is the right amount, it seems, to get anything done. All right. Yeah, really, without any attempt at identifying anything, it's just to give a little bit of scenery. I'll edit a few of these together just to give you some idea of the scale. This is going to be a little bit like the one the other day where I'm trying to figure out what a tree is. But I think these could be something related to baobabs, but they're so small. And that is some weird shape and some amazingly thorny. Look at this. The bark on these things. I mean, that is some serious protection. Climbing that would be extremely painful. Wow. And who would graffiti a tree? I mean, that's just what? Seriously. All right, for those of you who have, I don't know, about a year to come see all the things in this town, this massive structure here alone is the historical museum. And it's, let me get out of the way of this group. Yeah, so you can see how hard it is to film around here. Exactly. One of the things I gotta say, I don't gotta say it, but I'm going to anyway, is that if you see old footage of people when cameras just came out, especially motion pictures, say around 1900 ballpark, you'll see them very shy. They don't know if they're supposed to stand a certain way, if the camera's going to do something to them. And now, as you can see, people are very much want to get on I'll let this guy go. Very much want to have their picture taken. They want to be as much on camera as possible. All right, this is like Picasso Way behind me. Park. Botanical stuff. Beautiful glass building. Something, I'm not sure what, seems to be under construction across the way. And then a beautiful park out here. Turns out to be the castle of 3 dragons. I'm not exactly sure what it was, or it's still going to be, because it looks like it's being renovated. They're doing an incredible job. All right. Monument. And then you come into some central thoroughfare, and right around it you see their version of the Arc de Triomphe. And then that guy. Beautiful. Look at the light fixtures that run along here. It's just gorgeous. All right. Once you get off the big thoroughfares, the best thing to do, I think, besides the big, the Gaudi stuff, is to come into the old town. I'm about a block, let's call it that, however you measure these streets, away from the Picasso Museum, down the little tiny street to the right there, to the right of that guy's head. And there's this beautiful old church just here on the corner, but there's tons of little streets and shops, and it's just wonderful. That is the street that would lead to the museum I showed you earlier, and this is all just tiny little roads that lead through the old town. That's the road over there that leads to the Picasso Museum, and there's just so much to see here. It's just kind of stupid wandering around and taking pictures of it, because it's a different version of Grand Canyon stuff. There's too many little things, like even just like these kinds of light fixtures, this beautiful architecture. And then, of course, what Spain in general, and maybe this town in particular, are known for. There's tons of places that serve paella, and there's tons of, like I'll show right here, little spots for getting tapas. Little, what do you call those? Hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, little plates that are just wonderful. I don't want to photograph anyone's food while they're eating. Well, I take it back. They don't want me to photograph their food while they're eating, but there are just tons of wonderful places to get a bite to eat. And while I'm here, I guess I'll show you the front of the Picasso Museum. It's one of the places that people want to go to. Beautiful old buildings, great architecture. Here's a place that's doing extremely well. There's a line to get in. It's a lot of great tapas. And right up here on the right there's the Moco Museum. Bunch of different Banksy, Warhol, that kind of stuff. And then Further down here, just a little ways past, when you get in this general area, you know you're right, not easy to find, is the private entrance. There's a couple different entrances for this, one for groups, one for individuals. But right in here is the entrance for the Picasso Museum. And it runs down quite a ways from, yeah, right down here on your right. Now, as you can see, there's lots of folks in lines to get into this thing. So if you can, come at a time that's not ridiculously crowded. And there's an entrance here to your left, and then guided tours. Picasso stuff from not just from the later stuff that's recognizable to everyone, but to the old things that he was doing in styles of other painters, both to learn and to refine his craft. Another museum just across the way. So for those of you who are museum folks, just come here and spend a day. Again, there's like a stupid amount of stuff to see here. It's in the sense of ridiculous. There's everywhere you turn, there's a lot of stuff under construction, but everywhere you turn, it's just beautiful architecture. Fortunately, they've left a lot of this area intact. They're trying to preserve it. This must have just really been something back in the day. Hang on a second. All right, the front of the cathedral, serenaded by a Spanish singer doing Dylan's "Blowing in the Wind." What beauty. What beauty. Good Lord. Yes. Man, oh man. Say what you will about religious beliefs, pro and or con. We have aspired to great things. Wow.